Welcome to Eurofootball Daily, and World Cup fever has truly taken us by storm. So today we're going to look at 10 players who we think don't deserve to be on the plane to Russia. And if you want to keep up to date with all our World Cup videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button. 10. Ricardo Quaresma. With 76 caps, only 15 Portuguese players have been capped more than Ricardo Quaresma. And at Euro 2016, he was part of the first Seleção squad to lift a major tournament trophy. Though the wide man has scored just 9 international goals, one of them won his country's round of 16 matchup with Croatia, and he netted in a penalty shootout win over Poland in the quarter-final too. However, the 34-year-old is unsurprisingly not the player he was 2 years ago. In 2016-17, he was involved in 15 league goals for Besiktas, and last season that dropped to 11, hardly the numbers you hope to see in a weak league like Turkey's. Quaresma now completes under 2 dribbles a match and loses possession nearly 5 times, and even worse, his selection means there is no place on the plane for Monaco's Ronnie Lopez, who scored 15 and assisted 5 for Monaco in his first year as a starter. While 11 of the 32 teams at the World Cup have older squads than Portugal, 9 of their 23 players are over 30. A pity given the nation's young talent. Still, at least they're not taking Nani. 9. Rodrigo. Spain boasts the most valuable squad at the World Cup, with Transfermarkt estimating the 23 men to be worth around £930 million. But despite 6 World Cup winners and 11 Champions League winners at Julian Lopetegui's disposal, there are still some odd choices, with the weirdest selection being Valencia's Rodrigo. Rodrigo had a strong season in 2017-18, racking up 16 goals and 4 assists as Los Che finished 4th, with the forward having a hand in 31% of his side's goals. That could justify his selection if it weren't for the fact that Alvaro Morata has been left at home. The Chelsea striker might only have been involved in 17 goals, but his contribution actually works out to be a goal every 122 minutes, versus 135 for Rodrigo. And Morata's underlying numbers are superior too, with 1.5 chances created per match to his teammates' 1.3, and 2.7 shots inside the box to Rodrigo's 2. Whatever the reason, Rodrigo should count himself lucky. 8. Fagner. While Brazil boasts arguably their strongest squad since 2002, there are some relative unknowns travelling with the Canarinho. Corinthians right back Fagner was given a place after Dani Alves was ruled out with injury, and at 29, the defender is likely to be getting his sole shot at winning the tournament. Fagner's story is quite remarkable. After an accident aged 6 left him with a paralysed hand, his dad sold the family car to pay for corrective surgery, and his son now boasts 4 caps for the Seleção and a chance to deliver the nation's 6th World Cup. But despite the romance, questions will be raised if Fagner doesn't deliver, with Tite preferring him to Rafinha and Liverpool new boy Fabinho, who can also cover defensive midfield. However, with just 11 goals conceded in 18 matches in qualifying, 5 fewer than any other side, the manager has seemingly corrected the defensive issues which saw football's greatest country humbled in 2014. Perhaps Fagner will turn out to be a masterstroke. 7. Julian Brandt. We've long been fans of Bayer Leverkusen's wide man Julian Brandt at Football Daily, but the 22-year-old spot in the German 23 is quite a mystery. He's still young, but Brandt hasn't really kicked on since 2015, contributing to 12 goals in 2017-18, 1 more than the season before, and the same as the year before that. 8 German players across Europe's top 5 leagues scored more goals than Brandt in the last campaign, and 28 delivered more assists, and above the Leverkusen man in both categories was Man City roadrunner Leroy Sané. Sané was involved in 25 league strikes in Guardiola's title-winning campaign, and completed 3 dribbles a game, more than twice as many as Brandt. He also offers versatility, able to cut inside from the right wing or hug the line on the left, and in a German squad missing elite speed, the former Schalke forward could have given an extra dimension, even off the bench. Instead, Lowe chose a player who fits his patient possession game, and robbed us of one of the world's brightest talents sparkling on the international stage. Let's hope Brandt repays his faith. 6. Adil Rami. The French squad is comfortably the deepest at the 2018 World Cup, with players like Martial, Kingsley Coman and Ndombele all staying at home. But among the stars is Adil Rami, the now 32-year-old centre-back reaping the reward of Laurent Koscielny's pre-tournament Achilles rupture, who has inexplicably won 34 caps for the Blues, the same as legendary goalkeeper Gregory Coupé managed. However, just 8 of those caps have come since 2013, and Transfermarkt estimate Rami's market value at £6 million, making him worth less than anyone else in the squad, bar Steve Mandanda. And his inclusion is all more ridiculous given the players missing out. Lenglet looks set to join Barcelona, Laporte is already at Man City, while Abou Diallo, Issa Diop, Dayot Upamecano and Mukiele have all been snubbed in favour of the veteran. Now at Marseille, Rami has played for 4 clubs in 4 years and hasn't spent more than 3 seasons with the team since he left Lille all the way back in 2011. The one comfort for the players left out is that with Rami in the team, France are less likely to win the tournament. 5. Eduardo Salvio. 4 times a title winner with Benfica, winger Eduardo Salvio is among Argentina's 23-man squad, despite suffering 2 knee injuries in the last year. Capped just 8 times at the age of 27, Salvio had gone 5 years without a call-up until 2017, and the white man could be a risky choice, having started just 19 of 34 matches in the Primera Liga last season. Drill into his stats and it becomes harder still to find George Sampaoli's reasoning. Salvio created 1.2 chances per 90 minutes in 2017-18, fewer than Roberto Pereira, who is not even in the Albiceleste roster, and completed 1.8 dribbles, a respectable but not outstanding number, with Tottenham's Victor Wanyama managing more. In fact, Salvio's best talent is getting off shots in the box, with 1.9 a match, but that's hardly useful when you have Messi, Dybala, Aguero and Higuain up front. And while Sporting's Marcos Acuna is arguably just as lucky, with 4 goals and 4 assists in 23 appearances, apparently enough to get him in the blue and white shirt, Acuna at least has a great defensive work rate, winning possession 3 times a game to Salvio's 2.2. Oh, and Mauro Icardi is going to be watching the tournament from the sofa. This one has baffled us all. 4. Taison. The second Brazilian on our list is Shakhtar Donetsk attacking midfielder Taison. The versatile forward played under Tite at Internacional, but has spent the last 8 years in Ukraine, even considering changing his international allegiance to the European nation, before he was handed a first call-up in 2016. Taison has won 4 titles with Shakhtar, but has just 7 caps for Brazil, scoring once. Tite has praised him for his consistency, but it still seems strange to take him to the competition, given the wealth of options at Brazil's disposal, with Felipe Anderson, Richarlison and Malcolm all linked with €40 million plus moves this summer. Malcolm was involved in 19 goals last season, while Anderson contributed to a goal every 105 minutes. Richarlison was 5th in the Premier League for shots inside the box, with only Salah, Kane, Aguero and Lukaku ahead of him, and is just 21 years old. Meanwhile, Taison had a hand in just 8 league goals last season and is now 30, making this one a puzzle he just can't work out. 3. Marvin Plattenhardt. Joachim Löw's personal choices have always been questionable, with centre-backs playing full-backs during most of his time as Germany boss. But now the World Cup winning coach has broken his habit to take proper left-backs to a tournament. It's just a pity he's gone for Hertha Berlin's Marvin Plattenhardt. That's not to say Plattenhardt is a bad player. He won the Confederations Cup in 2017 and Hertha only conceded 46 league goals last year, a record just 6 Bundesliga sides can better. However, Augsburg allowed the same number, and their left-back Philipp Max had a brilliant campaign, recording 12 assists, the second best in the league. Max created 2.4 chances a game to Plattenhardt's 0.9, and also surpassed his compatriot defensively, winning possession 2.9 times a match, compared to the Hertha man's 2.6. In fact, the only area in which Plattenhardt comes out on top is in the air, as he wins a whopping 61% of his aerial duels, to Max's 41%. But with Max 2 years younger at 24 and 21-year-old Leverkusen star Benjamin Henrichs also missing out, it seems like a rare conservative move from a nation who have always been one step ahead. 2. Ashley Young. Despite Manchester United fans giving Mourinho credit for turning Ashley Young into a competent fullback, the 32-year-old's transformation began under Louis van Gaal. With speed and tenacity, the Englishman took to the position with ease, and in 2017-18, just 5 United teammates played more minutes than the former Aston Villa star. But Gareth Southgate, perhaps wary of the demands to play attacking football which hampered Roy Hodgson, has been extremely conservative in his squad selection for the World Cup, taking 10 defenders among his allocated 23. That includes Fabian Delph and Danny Rose, who have both excelled in the left-back slot and are less likely to find their energy sapped than Young, who is coming off a 38-game season, his longest since he left Villa back in 2011. Once again, the big team bias has given an average player a spot he doesn't deserve. 1. Nacer Chadli. Unravelling the mysteries of Roberto Martinez's tactics would take longer than we have, but Nacer Chadli must be stunned to be going to the World Cup. Hardly world-class in his preferred position on the flank, it seems that Chadli heads to Russia as Belgium's third-choice left wing-back, behind Yannick Carrasco and Adnan Januzaj. That would be insane enough, but Chadli hasn't started a game since October, and has been selected over Lazio's Jordan Lukaku, an actual left wing-back, and Roma's Raja Nainggolan, one of the best two-way midfielders in the world. Perhaps Martinez simply forgot to check Serie A, but it would still be strange to give Chadli a spot, as he's featured in just 5 league games for West Brom this season, playing 216 minutes for a team which got relegated. To put that into perspective, the flight from Brussels to Moscow will be just 20 minutes shorter. Still, Martinez is famously an optimist, so expecting a man who has been involved in 11 goals in 2 years and has averaged under a tackle per game for his entire career to contribute to more than Nainggolan seems perfectly in keeping with the Spaniard style of management. It's a pity it's likely to cost Belgium's golden generation a chance at the game's biggest trophy. So those were our 10 players who don't deserve to be at the World Cup. Have we missed anyone out though? Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this, why not check out Stat Wars? It's on screen right now. And as always guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.